Hey everybody, welcome to the Rangers of Shadowdeep Battle Report. Now today, we're heading on to Mission 3 as the Watchtower of Tor Varden burns and the Shadowdeep kind of erupts everywhere. The Rangers discover a huge chasm behind Tor Varden leading down into the Badlands. Now there is what looks to be a purpose-built stair on the way down the steep pathway. And provisioning themselves from the supplies that remain at Tor Varden, they prepare to embark downwards into the Shadowdeep itself. So this is one of three parts of the third mission. The first one, which is the stair. So we'll show you the forces, Bron Bearkiller and his men, and then we'll get this underway. So here is Bron Bearkiller and his companions. My collection of models here is mostly made up of some excellent Relic Blade miniatures by Sean Sutter from Metal King Studio. We have Bron Bearkiller in the center there, his Raven Thaddeus. We have Vigo, the man-at-arms. Bertrand, the... oh, not a man-at-arms. He's a guardsman? He's the double-handed weapon guy. We have my my archer back here, Renton, and then my thief, my rogue Little Fox. Now, Little Fox is a North Star miniature from Frostgrave, and over here we have Black Wolf, my newest hire. He's a knight, and he is a miniature from Lion's Tower. I believe Lion Tower miniatures, D&D miniature that I painted up, or an RPG miniature. I guess I shouldn't just call it D&D miniatures. Any RPG miniature, and I have 112 recruitment points now. I need about 3 more points in leadership to be able to upgrade Vigo to being Black Wolf the Knight. So we're getting close to upgrading here, but he's not quite there yet. And here's the broken stairs down to the Badlands. Now, you have to imagine that the table itself is about at a 60-degree angle sloping down away from me from this edge. And that means that this chasm, this fissure, is going downwards. Everything outside this track in the center of the table here is considered to be difficult ground. So this woodland, badland, rocky stuff is all difficult. And there are 3 fly holes. Just strange contraptions basically filled with buzzing and terrible noises and a single giant fly on the table. Now they can be burned with an action to throw a torch down into it basically and light it on fire and kill the rest of the flies. But they're going to continue during the events phase to just pour out more flies as we try and get down here. The target point for the mission is the other side of the table, trying to get down the stair. But because it's so deep and such just like a huge incline, if we make a second move at all, we have to make a TN8, target number 8 climb test to avoid basically falling down and taking damage. Also, rocks can fall down from above. There might be a corpse hidden somewhere here of some poor person that tried to make their way down the chasm already. Someone from Tor Varden that was exploring. And all kinds of other bad things can happen. An evil fog can lift out of the Shadowdeep and confuse us as well. So lots of things that could occur. The flies, of course, will move towards the target point at the edge of the table until they can see me. Any model that can fly ignores the penalties for movement. So luckily Thaddeus and the giant flies themselves will just beeline towards us and not have to make any TN tests to try and fall down. Now, if we do fail a roll, we actually fall down the table towards the other table edge, and we take damage equal to the number of inches we fall, and the number of inches we fall is equal to the amount we failed the test by. So, yeah, TN8 could be bad. I mean, the most you'd ever fall probably is going to be 7 inches. So you could take 7 damage and fall 7 inches straight towards the other side of the table edge as you fall down. But it applies to difficult ground too. So you could fly down, hit rocks, and it could just be bad. You can also get knocked loose during a combat action if you fail a fight roll. So if you ever get pushed back or fail a fight roll, you have to make a TN10 climb or acrobatics roll to gain your footing, and otherwise you fall down using the exact same rules. So it can be a little hairy being on the side of a mountain. So, familiar with now the Broken Stairs mission, I've decided to select my companions for this adventure, with both Little Fox and Renton having some excellent climbing skills. Renton's at +3, Little Fox at +2. Renton being a tracker and him being a rogue. They seem like naturals to bring on this mission. I've also got Black Wolf because I want to take my knight and give myself a second fighter. I've also taken Vigo on top of this. And then I've left Thaddeus at home. He's kind of a no-brainer for this mission, even just to draw off the flies, but I decided to leave him at home today, even though he flies. And then also Bertrand is staying behind to guard stuff. I'm at 105 out of my 112. At this next level up, when I get level 5, I will get more skill points, which means I can almost get to 115. And that would mean I could deploy almost everybody, dropping Vigo for Black Wolf. But we're close. We're just not quite there. We don't have it when we get to. Well, actually, we don't quite need to do it with skill points because we'll get it. I think when we get to recruitment points at level 7. So if 2 more levels go up, I can improve my stats and also improve my, improve my skills, improve my stats, and then gain recruitment points too. So in the next 3 levels, I should be able to hit 124, I think, for my total like recruitment ability. I can't get until the end of a mission anyway, so I won't be changing who I have with me, but it's basically gonna be these 4 companions until I end this stage, this mission, and the 3 parts. The scenario will last 10 turns, at which point we'll do the outcomes and scoring, and there are 12 event cards. We draw one in every single turn. So we gotta get down the stair, the broken stair here, and not die in the process, and try and close up these fly holes for experience. So the game is normally played on a 30-inch board. I'm playing on a 36 by 36, so I'm adding 3 inches to deployment zones just to get us up the table faster and have it more like the intended distance between one end of the board and the other. And it is now the Ranger phase. So Ranger phase, it's time to plug some dudes. So I can activate with up to 2 other models in range. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate with Renton and Black Wolf, and then we're gonna move. So let's do some activating. We're gonna activate and move our first move to draw a beat on this fly with Bron. We're gonna activate and move our first move with Black Wolf, just heading forward. And then we're gonna do Renton. Now Renton can move 7. He's gonna go 3 around here. And then he's gonna move another 4 up to there, just making sure that fly's in line of sight with no obstruction. So for our second actions, we could move again, but we're not gonna risk it with Black Wolf because we don't want him to tumble to his death. So we'll start off with Renton. He's gonna pop an arrow shot into this lovely bug here. Now he's a tracker, so he shoot +2. And this thing is fight +0, +1 because I moved though. As always, big die is the Ranger. Ruh-roh, well, it got out of the way. Now we'll do exactly the same with Bron, taking a beat over there into this bug. I could also shoot the nearer one. I think I'm actually gonna shoot the nearer one. That's too much in the way. Now we'll shoot the further one, let's do it. So he's gonna be taking a shot. I moved and there's a piece of terrain in the way, so +2 for the fly. Bron himself is also, I believe, shoot +2. Yep, +2, so +2 against +2. That's an 11 to a 10, so it is armor 5, I believe, or maybe 6. Armor 6, 5 health, exactly enough to kill it. So there's 1 fly down. Well, it is now the creature phase, so this giant fly is just gonna come barreling towards Renton, who is the closest thing it can see. Its first move, and then it flies, doesn't have to make any fall tests. Second move, 3. Renton will snap to it, comes within 1. Whoop. Might as well for the extra bonus. This giant fly is going to move towards the target point, which means it comes around the corner here, like so, and then can see Bron, so its second move is going to be made towards him, going 3. Well, it's companion phase time, so we're going to start, I guess, with Vigo. He can move 5, so he's just going to come around the edge here, and he's going to stab this fly. Now he's fight +3, he's got a +2 bonus because of Renton, and that fly is +0. Kill the fly! There we go. So that's going to be +3, giving it a total of, sorry, +5 rather, 15. It's only armor 6, so it just dies. Got Little Fox left. Now, he's going to be the one to try and close up these things, I think. So he's going to leave the path. So he's going to go 6 up to the edge of the path. And his second move, he can go 1.5 inches because he's halved because of difficult terrain. But he has to make his test here. So it's difficulty 8. He is a climbing skill of 2. We get a 9, so we're okay, just. And that's the companion phase done, so we're into turn 2. We have to flip an event card at the end of round 1. Let's see what we got. Number 9. 2 giant flies appear in hole 3, so it's 1, 2, 3 furthest away, so 2 more show up. Yeah, if I mentioned, there is a single treasure token here next to hole number 2. So let's see what happens. We're on to the Ranger phase in round 2 now. And I think we're going to try and shoot some more arrows. So Bron's going to group activate again with Black Wolf, and he's going to head on up. Going 6 to here, staying on the path. Black Wolf will go 5, following in behind, as Bron didn't move his full movement last turn. And then we're going to fire an arrow. He's not going to make a second move, so we don't risk it. We'll fire an arrow over into that fly. Fight +1 for the fly because I moved, and then I'm +2 shoot. That's going to be a 5 to a 19. It's okay. All right, well then it becomes the creature phase. This thing's going to beeline towards Bron, who is the closest, and then get him with the second move. We'll also snap in with Dark Wolf, or with the Black Wolf rather. These two do much the same thing to the first one and come around the corner 6. And then immediately go 3 towards the action. And this guy will just be an inch behind because he was a little bit further down the road. First, let's go with Little Fox. He's gonna go 3.5 with his first move. And then his second move, he's gonna have to make a test. Let's do the roll. 6, we get exactly an 8. Man, you're really threading the needle here, Little Fox. So his second move is gonna be 1.5 inches, which is enough to get him in contact with the hole here. And it's gonna be the man, the legend that is Vigo. Going 5 over to here. He's not going to make his second move. Renton's going to move his 7 because he's a tracker down the road. And then pop a shot. He's +2 to the +1 now for the giant fly because I moved. That's a 19. That's just going to smoke that fly. That one's dead. That will put us at 3 fly kills, which is nice. Let's see what the event is now for turn 2 as we go on to turn 3. All right, the event is number 3, and that is... place 1 giant fly on hole 1. Uh-oh! So much for immediately closing this hole. Round 3 ranger phase. Renton, I need you to do some trick shooting here. So he's within 3. He will group activate with the boss. Now he is going to... everyone's got to move. So these guys forgo their movement because they're already in melee. Actually, we'll just do him and Renton. We'll save you for later. So Renton's going to forgo his movement, and then he's going to pop a shot into that fly. 2 pieces of terrain in the way, so it's going to be +2 as it crawls out of the hole to Renton's +2 as well. That's a 9 to a 17. It's okay. And then Bron's going to make his stab into that thing. And oh no, I can do these in any order I want actually. So they're both going to do a combat action first and move second. So he's going to try and stab this thing. He's at +2, so he's +6 overall to +0 for the fly. Of course. So I take some damage from the fly. That's a 19. I think Bron's gonna have to spend his hand of fate early in the game and reroll this die. Oh my god. It causes disease, so I have to make an immediate health roll, which of course I pass. And I take 7 points of damage, which puts me down to 11. Well, here we go with some monsters. So this one's gonna immediately try and fight Bron, who is still fight +6, and it is only fight +0. Creature phase. Okay, there we go. It just dies. It literally impales itself on Bron's sword. And this guy heads towards Renton, going 6, and then 3 directly in. We'll snap in with the man, the legend that is Vigo. I actually would have activated first because it was closer, so it's going to jump on Little Fox and try and fight him. Little Fox is fight +1 to its fight +0. It's exactly 10 points of damage and kills poor Little Fox. Well, that was an eventful creature phase. I guess now we go back to stabbing. So I've got Black Wolf and Vigo who have not activated yet. Vigo's going to go first. He's going to make a stab first at +5 and get a 9 to a 6, which is unfortunately not quite enough to kill it. He needs to do, his armor 6, he's done 3 points of damage. Has 2 left. Loses his move, so Black Wolf's going to go finish the job. He'll be at +8. There's 2 points of damage here, he kills it. Yeah, he smotes that thing. That was an interesting turn 3. We took a bunch of damage and lost Little Fox. Our perfect plan is going awry. So turn 4. And turn 3 event phase. Number 7, place a giant fly on holes 1 and 3. Would have been really cool if we'd closed that hole. Oh man. All right, well, we're on turn 4. Ranger phase. I guess Bron will group activate with Renton and not the other 2, so they can do some damage later. We're gonna start with Renton. He's gonna pick a shot into this fly. It's at +2. He's also at +2 because the 2 pieces of terrain in the way. That's gonna kill it. That's better. Then Renton's gonna make his merry way this way, going 7, heading towards that other hole. Bron's gonna go. He's gonna plug a shot into this one. I guess he has to move to do it first because you can't really see over that wall right now because it's short. So he'll move 6 going around to there, and then shoot an arrow at it. It'll be +3 to his +2 now. And he gets a 21 to its 19 and kills it. All right, well, this one's gonna come around the corner of the creature step, see us, and then move ahead again. Going over here. I guess Black Wolf goes. He's just gonna go 5 and head towards it, staying within 3 of the boss so we can group activate later. Oh, Vigo, I don't trust you to not fall down. So you're just gonna go 5 and go back him up and stay within 3 of the boss as well. Event phase at the end of turn 4. Number 5. All right, wow. Number 5 is place giant fly on hole 3. Time to group activate. If you gotta do something, you gotta do it yourself. So we're gonna hop this, going 3 with the boss as our first move, going half because it's all difficult. And then we're gonna jump in and jump in. Second actions, 1.5, get on this fly hole. And then these guys are gonna fight. So we'll do Black Wolf first. He's +6 to the +0 for the fly. That's a dead fly, almost. 21, barely beat it. Vigo won't make a second move. I don't want him to fall down. So we're gonna go 6 with this fly, come around the corner towards the target point again. And then it'll go 3. Fly in, we'll snap him with Black Wolf. And he's gonna go 3.5 because he's gotta leave the track here, going in difficult terrain. And then I go 1.5, getting on top of that treasure marker there. +3 to his TN8 roll though, so if he falls, he's okay. That was the bottom of 5, so flip another event card. Number 10, it was a corpse. That's why the treasure was there. Choose one figure and have that figure make a perception roll, TN8. If successful, place a corpse marker within 3 inches of them, but not in the stairway. A figure that moves into contact with a corpse marker can spend an action to search it. It can immediately roll in the herbs table and discover a love letter for a young soldier of Little to his lady love. All right, well, we get to pick one person to do this. I think we're gonna use Bron, because his perception's +3. All right, buddy, you're gonna use your focus skill to give yourself +8 to this roll, because we just don't want to fail this. It's a cool objective thing. We roll high anyway. It'd place a corpse marker within 3. All right, so within 3, I'm gonna put it over there. Now, those flies really been chewing on that guy. So that's gonna be the ranger phase, creature phase. This thing's gonna try and swing. The lowest health's gonna be Vigo, so he's +5 because of his backup from Black Wolf. That's dead. 16 to 23. That was the end of 6. So we're on to 7. The ace. It's one giant fly in all 3 fly holes. All right, Bron. Well, ranger phase. It's just Bron against the world. He's going to use his action to, I guess, seal the fly hole with a. Cause he's not engaged because it hasn't moved into me yet. And then it's just going to snap to us as soon as we move. So I think we just seal the fly hole, and then as soon as we move, it's going to snap into us. Whoop. So it jumps in. So creature phase, who's closest? You're closest. You're gonna fight Bron. All right, you're +0, Bron's +4. Let's try and kill it. This is dead. It's 3 to 19. This fella flies over and buzzes on Renton. Renton's got a staff, so he's gonna be fight +2 against the fight of +0 for the fly. That's a 15 to a, I believe, 13. It takes 4 damage, goes down to 8. But unfortunately, that means that he has to make a disease roll. He is +8, though. It's an 11. He's okay. So this fellow buzzes in, charges Black Wolf. Second move. All right, soldier phase. I guess you start with Renton. Try and kill this thing, buddy. You're +2 to its +0. Oh my god. Well, it did another point of damage to him, which means he has to make another test. He can still pass on 1. He's okay. Got 7 health left. Actually, doesn't even do a point. I forgot because the staff reduces it by 1. So he didn't take any damage. If you go, jump in and try and stab this guy, help his buddy. He's at +5. 15 to 12. That's going to kill him. Only armor 6. And then Black Wolf leaves the path, going 2.5. And do we want to just try and close this thing? Yeah, we do. We go 1.25. Make the roll, buddy. Difficulty 8. Good. On turn 7, the Jack. It's a landslide. Randomize 2 heroes. Both of the figures suffer an immediate +2 shooting attack as large rocks come crashing down. So one will go left to right. So it's going to be 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, and then 16 plus for Renton. So the first one is going to be on Black Wolf. The second one is going to be on poor old Vigo over here. So on Black Wolf, it's a +2 to his +4. Nothing. And then against Vigo, 19. 7 damage. Just catches one right in the back of the head. Almost becomes wounded. He's down to 5. All right, let's top at 8, and it's Bron's turn to be Bronning. So let's go 3 as we crawl through this. Oh, no, Bron's movement 7. He goes 3.5. I keep forgetting this because I forgot to increase his speed. And he's got 11 health left, and then he's going to interact with this. It's immediately roll on the herbs and potions table and find Hakewheat. I can take it to gain 2 temporary points of health, and this can take me above my starting amount for the length of the scenario, and I suffer -1 will. I basically just, I do the drugs. I guess we found fantasy PCP, so that goes away. And we've also discovered the love letter, which means gives us some bonus XP at the end of the game. Creature phase, poor old Renton. It's got to put this thing down. Come on, buddy. There we go, 19. Just crushes its face. And honestly, we're better off using our second one to move and then getting this treasure on the way back. So we're gonna go over to here, be ready to throw a torch down here next turn. Never mind, we killed that thing in the creature phase. We still have an action. We're gonna totally torch this thing. All right, Vigo's just going to start limping towards the table edge because he just got jacked up by a rock to the back of the head. And then Black Wolf's going to move, and he's going to move 2.5, heading over to here. And we're not going to make a second move because we should be within 2.5 at the end of that move. All right, bottom of 8. Number 8. That's appropriate as we go into 9. Place a giant fly on holes 2 and 3. Well, it's only going to be hole 3 because that's all that's left. All right, well, it's Ranger phase. I guess we just move up 3.5 and take a shot at that fella. Try and clear the way for old Black Wolf. So it gets +1 because I moved. Let's do shoot to +1. That's a 16, but I get a 17. Sorry, that's a 17. I also get a 17. Nothing happens. Damn it, Bron, you're just a factory of disappointment. All right, well, creature phase, it's going to charge Old Black Wolf. Dives right into him. Fight +0 to fight +4. Let's see if it can also mess up all my guys. 14 to 15. Take that, flying bug. And turn 9, my soldier's phase, or my companion's phase. We walk up here and burn this thing. Rent moves back on top of this treasure, going 3.5, and then picks it up. And Vigo moves 5, almost the table edge. Do you want to move off and try and YOLO it? I think we do. No, we have the last turn. We want everyone to get a progression point, and Vigo's super jacked up from taking rock to the back of the head. So, event phase, what happens? Turn 9, number 4. Place giant fly in hole 2. Hole 2's been burned, so no more giant flies. And it's time for turn 10. All we really do is mill about. Top of 10, Vigo walks off, everybody else just edges on the board. Doesn't do anything too crazy, so that nobody falls down. In the mission, we have to make a navigation test. I'm gonna use Bron because he gets a +2 to this. And that's 10, so we're good. All right, well, Little Fox got beat by a fly. And we have to see if he was wounded at the end of all that. He was not. So what's my result? Let's see what the injury and death result is at the end of this. 13. Full recovery. It is stated that everybody else recovers to full health at the end of the mission, going to the next adventure. So let's compute some experience. So I get 2 for every fly, and I killed 13 flies. That's gonna be 26. I also mapped the stairs for 8, and found the love letter for 8. So that's 16 plus 26 is going to be 42. And then 1 hero left for 44. And I sealed 3 fly holes for 15. So that's gonna be 44, 54, 59. I'll put me at 68 in the bank, which is not quite enough to level this game. My companions also get progression points, except for Little Fox, and that's going to put Black Wolf at 1, it's his first game. Vigo is going to go to 3, I believe. 2, actually, and then Brenton goes to 3. So 3, 2, and 1 right now. And he's actually sitting on 3 from the last couple games. Would have been at 4, Little Fox, if he hadn't died to that darn dirty bug. Finally, I get to roll on the treasure table to see what it is. It's an 18. A magic item. Ooh, let's roll and see what it is. A 20, a fate stone. A figure carrying this stone can use it to reroll any 1 die roll that it makes. I assume that's once per game because it's a magic item. You did good, Renton. It's a fate stone bracket 1, which means it can be used once and then it's destroyed. So we're gonna let you keep it because you're at 3 right now for your progression points, and we want you to level up at the end of this mission. So there we go, Bron and his companions making it down the broken stair, and in the next part of the mission, they will enter the swamplands. So at the base of the stair, they've now entered the Shadowdeep proper, and it's all just murky, gross swamp and ruins and scraggly trees and broken rocks. There's some deep water they'll have to swim through when they get to the bottom, and then the rest of it is all considered to be difficult ground and swamp when we get down there. There's going to be some clues, some runes on the table, and we're going to try and get through this swampland out into some open country and start exploring the Shadowdeep. So we'll see that in 2 weeks. Big thanks for watching, and until next time with more Rangers of Shadowdeep, I'm Ash. Happy arguing. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below to get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Desperate Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.